Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It is July 8th, 2022 and yesterday Chelsea's owner met with Joan Laporta in Barcelona to discuss several players, which I will give you all the updates about that meeting along with updates regarding Raphinha, Joules Kounde and two of Barcelona's exits. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, my name is Mo and I created this channel so it can be a one-stop shop for all Barcelona fans where they can come here and get the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Whether it be transfer rumors, injury updates, post-match analysis, or anything else, you will find it here. So I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on all the latest news regarding our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Now we'll begin with the news that yesterday, Chelsea's new owner, the American businessman Todd Boehly, and several executives from Chelsea flew to Barcelona to meet with Joan Laporta and members of his board of directors. Now this meeting was not just a meet and greet with Chelsea's new owner and Laporta, it was also a business meeting where both parties discussed Cesar Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. Now, as I've reported many times before, Barcelona are trying to sign Cesar Azpilicueta from Chelsea to reinforce the center back position, and they're trying to sign Marcos Alonso from Chelsea to reinforce the left back position. Well, in the case of Cesar Azpilicueta, Chelsea are willing to let him go for a small transfer fee between 3 to 5 million euros. After all, Cesar Azpilicueta has personally asked Chelsea to let him go for a small transfer fee because he wants to go back to Spain to be close to his family. And since Cesar Azpilicueta is a Chelsea captain, he's been there for most of his career and he's a Chelsea legend, the London-based club has agreed to honor their legend's wishes. Now in the case of Marcos Alonso, it seems that operation has become a little bit more complicated than initially anticipated because Chelsea want more than 10 million euros for the Spanish left back and Barcelona are not willing to pay that much. So the negotiations will continue between both clubs with Barcelona trying to lower the transfer fee for Marcos Alonso. Now a third and surprising name came up during this meeting and that name was Frenkie De Jong. And it seems that Chelsea's coach Tuchel really wants Frenkie De Jong on his squad, so Chelsea's owner informed Laporta that Chelsea are interested in signing the Dutch midfielder. Now it's reported that Chelsea offered both Marcos Alonso, Cesar Azpilicueta and 60 million euros for Frenkie De Jong, and Laporta informed Chelsea that they rather receive a cash offer for De Jong and separate the operation for Cesar Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. Now having Chelsea join the race for Frenkie De Jong is very beneficial for Barcelona because now there will be two of the biggest clubs in the world who are very wealthy going head to head in a bidding war for Frenkie De Jong, and this will only increase Frenkie's value and will increase the offer for the Dutch midfielder. And as I reported previously, if Barcelona receive an offer that's above the 85 million euros that they want for Frenkie De Jong, then they will sit down with the player and try to convince him to make the move. Now having Chelsea join the race is also beneficial because Frenkie De Jong rejected to go to Manchester United not only because he wants to stay in Barcelona, but also because he wants to play in the Champions League, which is something Manchester United cannot offer him where Chelsea can. So with this news, the race for Frenkie De Jong has intensified and has indeed heated up. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel for more updates regarding the Dutch midfielder. Now on to the news of Raphinha. There are reports saying that Barcelona have submitted a final offer of 55 million euros for the Brazilian player, and it's expected that Leeds United will accept this offer in these upcoming hours or perhaps upcoming days. Now as I mentioned in yesterday's video, which I will leave the link for down below in case you want to check it out, during Andreas Christensen's presentation, Joan Laporta mentioned that Barcelona have several agreements in place to acquire new players and that those agreements will materialize as soon as Barcelona activates its second economic lever. Now Joan Laporta also mentioned that he's willing to make an exception and try to bring a player or several players before the activation of that economic lever. Now doing so will mean that Barcelona would acquire this player, but they would not be able to register him until the activation of the second economic lever, and that's okay with Joan Laporta because you don't need to register a player for them to participate in the preseason. You do however need to register them for them to play the upcoming season, but by then Barcelona would have activated the second economic lever and they would be able to register this player that Joan Laporta was referring to. And now it's becoming more and more obvious that that exception that Joan Laporta was talking about, it seems to be Raphinha. Because after all, as I mentioned in a previous video, Leeds United have already began to look for a replacement for Raphinha in the market and have selected the Colombian Luis Sinisterra to be that replacement. And it's also becoming more obvious that Raphinha will be coming to Barcelona soon, especially after today's news that Raphinha might not be traveling with Leeds United to their preseason tour in Australia. Now, another player that might be joining Barcelona pretty soon is the French center back Joules Kounde. And it's reported that Barcelona will be traveling to Andalusia these upcoming days to meet with Sevilla to try to finalize the move of the French center back. Now, this operation will most likely not materialize until Barcelona activates its second economic lever, because Sevilla are insisting that they want 60 million euros for Kounde. Now, it's also important to mention that the French center back has stopped all of his negotiations with Chelsea and other clubs because he's only interested in going to Barcelona. Now, from the signings, we move on to Barcelona's exits. As I reported previously, Clement Lenglet had traveled to England to finalize his move to Tottenham Hotspurs, and Samuel Umtiti had traveled to France to finalize his move to Rennes. Well, in case of Clement Lenglet, Barcelona today officially announced that they have finalized his transfer to the Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, Lenglet will be going to the English club on a one-year loan with no option to buy. It's also reported that Tottenham Hotspurs will pay a transfer fee for Lenglet and that Barcelona will have to cover a portion of his salary. Now, in the case of Samuel Umtiti, his move to Rennes has come to a sudden halt because there are questions regarding his physical fitness. Now, Rennes coach Bruno Genesio spoke about this matter and said that he's very interested in Umtiti, that he knows Umtiti has a lot to offer given that he's a world champion. However, there are several disagreements within the club on whether Umtiti is physically fit to play in Rennes. Now, Genesio did not completely close the door on the Umtiti move. He said that they are going to continue the discussions within the club and that he hopes that it will come to a positive conclusion. Now, we will end today's video with the confirmation of a news that I shared with you a month ago, and that is that Pedro will wear the legendary number 8 jersey, as it was confirmed today by Barcelona. Now, the number 8 jersey was worn by no other than the legend himself, Andrés Iniesta, for 10 seasons at Barcelona. It was also worn by Barcelona's coach Xavi Hernandez, but he did so at the national level. Now, the number 8 was most recently worn by Dani Alves, who departed the club this summer, leaving the number 8 available. And it's reported that Pedro asked the club if he could wear the number 8 because Andrés Iniesta has always been his idol since he was a little kid. And I honestly cannot think of anyone more deserving on the team to carry that legendary number, the number 8. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on all the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and as always, Visca Barça.